What is up? Hey. Holy shit. What is up? I'm doing a little trade recap from today. Did I take anything? No, but I'm going to show you exactly what I was looking at. And we're going to go to MNQ for that. Or we'll go to NASDAQ for that actually today. Let me get this all set up. Move this over. We can go to the 4 hour. We're going to market. Oh, actually, I'll go in the 30 minute. This will be quick and easy. So don't stress it. Don't worry about it. But y'all are going to see exactly what I was looking for today. And yeah, so we're going to go to 8 a.m. We're going to go to 8 a.m. And then we're going to go over the setup of what we should have taken today, what you could have taken. I know a couple other people took some of the setups on this, but we're going to go into the day. What do we see right off the bat? Well, coming in before market open, we had this 4 hour bullish fair value gap, right? What do? We fucking disrespect it. We inverse it. So let's just remember, we inverse that, which is telling us we're bearish. On top of that, we have a 4 hour bearish fair value gap, which then we're coming into, which is telling us, hey, we're probably going to respect this 4 hour bearish fair value gap, right? On top of that 4 hour bearish fair value gap, we have a 1 hour imbalance resting in here as well. Just mark that up. Just do bearish and go 1 hour. So we have a 4 hour right here, bearish, 1 hour, bearish as well. I'm thinking, hey, we're going to be bearish. We can execute on the 5 minute today. So we get to the 5 minute. Actually, before we even get to the 5 minute, we can go to the 1 hour. And let's mark out our session highs and lows. So we have London session highs right up here. I can just put buy side liquidity right there. We had, this is really, I wish this was a little brighter, but you can see it. We have Asian session lows down here. Asian session highs already were taken out, so we were marking out the lows. Now we'll actually go right here. Mark that out. I have another video getting uploaded here soon, just from the last week of what I was looking at and what I ended up taking. But I gotta still upload that. I'm not editing anything. I'm just recorded on OBS and get it set up. 4 hour and 1 hour were both bearish coming into the day. We have our Asia session lows marked out. We also have 1 hour lows down here. We can mark out sell side. We also have 1 hour lows right here. We can mark out. I mean, what else can we potentially mark out? We have a 1 hour bullish imbalance down here, right? So we'll just do bullish 1 hour. So coming into the day, what do we see? We go to the 5 minute, execute on the 5 minute because we end up having those 4 hour and the 1 hour were both aligned with a bearish model today. So then we're going to let this market play out. This was at 8. We're going to see right off the bat. I'm waiting for that big doji, big wick up. Boom. So, hold up. Okay. That was coming right into today. Big candle. We had news at 9 today, by the way, just to remember. This was Wednesday. We had news at 9. Tomorrow should be some pretty good price action, I'm expecting. But yeah, so what do we see right off the bat? Well, we're waiting for liquidity to get swept. For me personally, I do not take a trade until liquidity gets swept. I know traders that get in before that, and that got in literally on this move, on this break of structure on the 1 minute. But I want to wait for sell side liquidity to get swept. Boom, sell side liquidity gets swept. All right, now we can pause. Let's go take this bar a step back. Sell side liquidity got swept, and I believe that was Asia session lows. Asia session lows did get swept, so that's just the first thing to mark off. We can turn that back off now. Now we're looking on the 5 minute to execute. We have a 5 minute bearish imbalance right there, so we can mark out our bearish 5. And then on top of that 5 minute, we also have a 15 minute imbalance to mark out. Beautiful, bearish. Now that hasn't closed yet. We're going to wait for this candle to close. Boom. So right off the bat, I'm going to the 5 minute. Right, like I said, we have this 15 minute right here, 15 minute bearish imbalance, and we have a 5 minute right here. On top of that, equilibrium. If you don't know what that is, go watch TGR's boot camp. I'm not explaining that here. You should know premium and discount price range. We take it from the high to the low. What do we see? I wanted to see us come into premium price range, but above this zero point 0.5 range, fill in this 15 minute, fill in this 5 minute, give a break of structure out of it, right? Well, we did not get that. See, when we go to that 15 minute, this is as much as we wanted to fill this imbalance. Now, I was thinking, and I wanted to be patient. I didn't want to FOMO myself into this trade because we got a 15-minute retrace, like tapped into it, doesn't really fill it, but taps into it, and we got to break a structure out of it. Now, I could have taken that trade, but what's stopping price from wanting to then, get the break structure out of it, come lower, and then I want to come all the way back up to then fill in that premium price range, that 5 minute and that 15 minute, I didn't want to FOMO myself into that trade just to end up getting stopped out and getting a fake out. So I wanted to see if I can get my drawing tool up. I wanted to see at this point this wick come all the way up into here. And then give the breaker structure down and go lower, right? Did we get that? Fuck no. But so I didn't take any trade today. So what you could have waited for was, like I said, when we tapped into that. Oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of that now. We tapped into that 15-minute. Now we're on the 5-minute because we were tapping into the 15-minute. And we're we're waiting for a break of structure, which I believe was right here. Maybe I'm wrong. We consolidated for a while. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Boom. So let's go back. Select bar right here. We were waiting for that 5-minute to break. Down candle, up candle, we broke structure on that. We get a 5-minute break. Did we enter right off that 5-minute break? You can. I would not, because now since we got a 5-minute break, we want to see, okay, well, did we also get a 1-minute break? We did get a 1-minute break on top of that, right? But I want to see also something else. So we're going to wait. This is where I think I was looking. We're going to go back to the 1-minute just to wait. It's around 9:43. Oh yeah, this was the setup. All right, let me get rid of this because now we can actually go into this. So this would have been your break. We had the 5-minute break, like I said, right there. We can mark that up again. 5-minute break of structure, right? All right, now we're wanting to go to the 1-minute to execute on the 1-minute. Well, we got the break of structure right there, and you could have entered in. You would have put stops here. You would have gotten stopped out, right? Not a good fucking idea. You could have waited, because then we ended up getting a 1-minute imbalance right here too, which it then ended up, inversing it, right? What do we see after we get that? Well, we have another imbalance. This could have been your entry criteria now. We had this 1-minute bullish imbalance, 1-minute bullish for value gap. It comes down inverses. Now, do we enter off an inverse? No. We can get an inverse, but we want to see a retrace. Doesn't have to retrace into a fair value gap, equilibrium, anything. Just want to see a retrace. So in this case, inversed it. We want to see a retrace, so it'll pull back up and then a break of structure out of it. Well, this pullback goes pretty fucking high, right? But we're looking for a low to get made to break structure on. We're going to wait for that. Boom. Boom. Retrace. Look for your 1-minute break of structure. Boom. We broke structure. Let's just let this thing play out. We've gone in right there. Could have put the stops right at these highs. Now where are we targeting? That sell side already got taken out, so we can target down to here. That's a 1 to 1.65. We could target all the way down to here to this drawn liquidity. That's a 1 to 3. Or we could have targeted all the way down to this imbalance, which is a 1 to 6, right? Let's go on to the 1-minute. Let's just play around with this now. Let's try to say we're entering in on a short. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on. All right. Sell. We'll just do one contract. Put stops at the high. We risk like $360 to make a total of. Take profit. That would have been like, that could have been two bands, let's just say, if you were risking minis, right? Let the trade play out. So, like I said, liquidity sweep, sell side liquidity sweep, 15-minute tap into, respects it, 5-minute break, 1 minute, and then we retrace back up. We get a 1 minute inverse, then to the downside, we get a 1 minute bullish inverse, pushing us bearish. We were waiting for the retrace. We end up getting that retrace, break a structure, let this thing ride, see what it goes to. I as well just put it on the 5-minute, just because it'll be quicker. And price really chopped around today. I mean, this was a range, dude. This was disgusting. And then we just stayed in this range for a while. Second take profit. So the first take profit you could have had right here gets hit. Second take profit gets hit. Bang. Like clockwork. I mean, where did it really target to? We can pause this. Actually, let's just see what we reject off of. We end up pushing higher. So if we go all the way to where that price stopped at, we can go to the 1 hour and look at where did it want to reject off of. We had the 1 hour gap right here, and we had sell side liquidity right here. Could have targeted all the way down to this sell side liquidity for 1 to 9. I mean, it's fucking clockwork. Did I take this? No, this was in hindsight when I saw this. Like I said, I was wanting to be patient and wait for this to 15 minutes to fill. So I missed out on this. And that would have passed my 100K I've been trying to pass, which sucks. But that's a setup for you right there. 1 to 9. I know. Beautiful, right? That's the trade I could have taken. And absolutely beautiful. I mean, what a beauty. I mean, it really went for a 1 to 10, which is ridiculous. But, I mean, that's just how this stuff works. I mean, people say this shit's not real, it doesn't work. I like, dude, or they say, like, oh, you went back and looked at it. I mean, yeah, but I mean, what are all these fucking things I'm marking up on my screen then, you know? So yeah, I wanted to see on this 15-minute. Sadly, I wanted to see it come into here. Sadly, we did not, and we just pushed lower and lower, and bias was correct on the day. But just sadly, it didn't meet my requirements to get in. And in hindsight, like, it didn't fill it, but it tapped into it, and it showed bullish rejection out of it. I mean, bearish rejection out of it. So that should have been my sign. But we can now. What is this? Is this MNQ? MES. All right. We can now get rid of this whole thing, and we can go into the daily I wanted to do, actually. We'll go over here on the daily on ES. Not on ES. NASDAQ. Oh, wow, it already did it. So that's another thing I was looking at was what I wanted to see, which that's fucking ridiculous, was this daily fair value gap to get tapped into, right? I wanted to see this daily fair value gap get tapped into, and then ideally, and it did. Did I think it was going to get tapped into today? No, but I mean, it did. There was a daily imbalance that we had, bullish imbalance, and what do you see? It sweeps it out. Wow. So I thought that it came all the way, like I said, this came all the way down. Wow, all the way into that daily imbalance, which is huge. We still had all this stuff down here in the sell side, but that's a crazy fucking setup for you. I'm going to, okay, well, can I get in on my paper trading account? We'll get out of this now. Hold up. Okay. And get rid of this. I'm just gonna set up the market for what we have tomorrow. It's already pretty late. I'd like to go to bed here in a second. Just coming in on the daily. The daily, we can go over here. We can mark out over here. Get rid of this sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity that got swept. Fucking clockwork, dude. Definitely could have taken that setup today, but it's chill. End of the day, it's better than taking a loss. It's better than FOMOing myself into a trade, in my opinion. But what do we see? All right, so coming in for tomorrow, we end up, like I said, retracing this daily gap. I think us coming back into this daily gap and filling it, closing out of it. Tomorrow, I'm expecting a bullish day, and we're going buy side back to all-time highs, and I'm expecting to hopefully see my setup play out in the market tomorrow. Um, but we'll see. So we can go into the 4 hour. I can get, well, that 1 hour. Did the 1 hour ever get inverse is my question. No, it did not, but it filled it pretty well to the point where I'm going to get rid of it. Get rid of this 15-minute because on this 1 hour now we have, like I said, so let me turn off my executions. I thought I turned those off. It's so annoying. There we go. We have a 1 hour. Is my magnet working? Nope, because it's not that. Click it down. We have a 1 hour bullish imbalance coming into tomorrow. I mean bearish. 1 hour. We have, holy cow, we've just been pushing higher since. We have sell side liquidity resting right here. We can go and do sell side liquidity. I can get rid of this daily imbalance because that has nothing to do with anything. Beautiful. We're coming into this 1 hour gap right now. Asian session's moving right now. Will I trade that? No, I'm going to bed. But that's most likely going to inverse it, in my opinion. I think we do inverse. What do we have in the 4 hour? Enough to get you. I can get rid of this one because we have a 4 hour imbalance right here, which matters more. Which I'm assuming this gets inverse by the end of the night. It should at least. 4 hour bearish fair value gap. That gets inversed. We have that 1 hour resting above up here. Like I said, we can go to the 1 hour now. This is on NASDAQ. We have the S&P over here. There's no highs to mark. There's no lows to mark out other than that one. There's no highs until up all the way up here. So tomorrow could be a pretty good day. We'll see what London session wants to do. I will mark out this imbalance we have right here. Just go. That's on the 1 hour too. I should probably make it a little bit bigger. Let's do this. 1 hour. 1 hour imbalance on that. Maybe it wants to, I would like to see it come and fill this, and I'm assuming it will want to come and fill this before it pushes higher, other than, because then it gives it a reason to push higher. Otherwise, we just got the inverse to go higher. I think it would want to inverse this, come and fill this, and then boom, stick higher, but we'll see. That's all in the 1 hour. That's as much as I'm going to mark out for that today, so we can go over on ES now and actually start marking out ES's setup. What about the 1 hour on here? This 1 hour basically got fucking filled. I'm getting rid of it. It's probably going to want to tap back into it. This 1 hour still stands. Well, is there a 4 hour now in there? Still is that 4 hour. This 1 hour still stands. This 1 hour still stands. We'll mark and move these over a little bit more. We have buy side liquidity resting right there. We do have a 1 hour imbalance on ES, which is good to mark out. 1 hour. Ideally, I'm really hoping London session just consolidates because I don't want it to go and take out my take profit points already. I don't want to get on the market tomorrow and see that we're already at all-time highs. I can go to the 4 hour. We have this 4 hour bearish imbalance. Like I said, we're probably going to inverse sooner than later. We can mark out my sell side liquidity already to start for tomorrow. Sell side liquidity. Buy side's up here. That's really all we have for buy side. 4 hour, like I said, it could inverse it. We'll see. Doesn't close for another 2 hours. We can take this, mark this up. This will be, it's a bullish imbalance. Why did I make this one bearish? It needs to be bullish. Bullish. 1 hour. This is really the process I go through when I'm marking up everything before I even look to take an entry. It's just figuring out my bias. We have a low right here. In the 1 hour, potentially. We'll see. I'll wait for tomorrow. I'm not gonna mark that up yet. Yeah, this is really all I'm looking at. Oh yeah, probably. I just hope we consolidate the rest of Asia session. I don't know when it closes, but I know it started at 6. Pre-market started at 5. But this is really what we're looking at going into the day. For tomorrow, I already ran through the setup of what you could have taken today. There's a couple of other trades you maybe could have taken today. None that I would have taken. The only thing I would have taken is what I just showed exactly. But I probably would have gotten faked out today. Just keeping it a buck. So I'm glad I waited. Even though I missed out on, a 1 to 10. That shit happens. I'm not upset about it. I'm not greedy. I'm not going to go in tomorrow and be greedy. I'm not going to have FOMO and FOMO myself into a trade tomorrow. I haven't taken a trade all week this week. I took 3 last week. I haven't taken any this week. Am I going to force any? No, I don't need to take a trade this week. But if my edge shows up, you best believe I'm executing, right? So that's really all I'm going to mark up for that. We can go to Top Step X right now. All that I got you. I'm just going to clean up my charts on this because I just have a feeling they're dirty. Yep. Don't even got to show me. I know it. I know how it played out, bro. I mean, oh my gosh. That just shows you. I had this shit marked up today on what I could have taken. Did I take it? Nope. I wanted to see that get filled. You can get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Any take profit points. You can get rid of that one. That one. You just go to the 4 hour real quick. GDK. You can get rid of this one up here. You can get rid of this sell side right here. We can get rid of this right here. You can get rid of that right there. Just mark some of this shit out. I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. I'm going to mark out my take profit points, but imbalances, I'm going to wait to see what they want to end up giving me. Buy side liquidity. Dun, 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 dun. Sell side. Yeah. We're going to find out tomorrow. We're going to see. Just make sure I get this all set up correctly. I know ES's is going to be gross, but it's fine. What do we think about my charts, by the way? And then I can get those long positions. Like, we get a break structure right here. Terrible RR, but 1 to 1. That's on the 4 hour. What you know about it? What you know about it? We could have gone like in on, let's say the. Yeah, never mind. I'm good. Okay. There you go. Everything's being slow right now. Yeah, that's all I'm really marking out for now. And then we're going to get on the market tomorrow and see exactly what is going on. I might record the session tomorrow. Probably not. I'm usually trading with my homies and I don't want to expose them. So yeah, that's really it. Maybe go clean my ES up because I have a feeling that's dirty. I haven't looked at it today. I don't think. Oh yeah, bunch of shit on there. See, I really be doing this shit, bro. I got all this stuff marked up on here. Yeah. Go to the 4 hour. Just mark out my highs. Buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. I mean, that's really all I'm going to be able to mark up right now. Well, that's a low right there, too. I didn't even realize that. Sell side. Sell side. We can go back to MNQ just to make sure that low is not there. Nope, it is not. Okay. So, yeah, that's really it. That was, today was what, the 24th? Yes, it was. 24th. That's what I saw in the market today. Did I take anything? No. And just to show proof again, last week, and I did not take 3 trades in a day. Those are my take profits getting a hit. So otherwise, the week before that, a little rough. This week I've taken nothing, bro. Yesterday I didn't take a single fucking thing. Today I didn't take anything. If we got that retrace into that 15-minute, oh, you best believe I was sniping that, and I would have loved that. But we didn't get that. And tomorrow, hopefully, price action's pretty beautiful, and hopefully we get my edge in the market to show up. A+ quality setup. You just know I'm executing on that. Win or loss, I don't care. I just want to execute on my edge. And tomorrow's a normal trading day for me too, and so is Friday. So we can end this week off pretty good. We can end it with some losses, which is a part of the game. I'm not worried about that. I wouldn't prefer to take a loss. Obviously, no one really does, but just understand it's part of the process. But ideally, I'd like to end the month green, pass this fucking eval, activate it, get it to the point where I could take like a 3, 4, 5 grand payout, and I'm getting 5 more accounts, and I'm getting a buffer of 10K on each of those 5 accounts, and going to get to the point where I could start risking a band on all 5 of those accounts. I might have said 10 accounts. That'll be later down the line. But 5 accounts, risk a ban on each and every single one of them. And ideally, yeah, that's just with Top Step too. As you can tell, I only have 1 account with Top Step. So I'm trying to get fucking 5 of those puppies in the next couple of months. 2, 3, 4 months. Ideally have 5 of those that I'm actually trading on an Express account with and risking $200, $300 per trade. Get to the point where I have a buffer and risk $500 per trade, and then at that point do that for a month or two, take a payout, fucking put it into a bunch of other accounts, you know. But yeah, I don't bullshit, bro. This is eval. This is not my Express account. So these fucking 400, 1200, 600, 900, 1678. That is eval money. That is not the Express account. For people who fucking watch this, this is really for me. I just need to journal my trades more. But I've been going through the trading psych refinement system, being smart with that. But yeah, big trades should come only after you proved yourself with small trades. Consider starting your day off with small profits and build them up so you can start to trade bigger. Always make sure to have a safety net when making larger trades. I do. You've made 17 trades over 6 days. Keep monitoring your trade frequency and ensure you're not overtrading. Bro, I hate that they do this. That's one thing I want to say about Top Step X. I have not taken fucking 3 trades. 3 trades. 3 trades. Just enter in once, take profits, get hit. Just say that, bro. That doesn't need, when my take profit gets hit, it doesn't need to say fucking 3 trades, bro. That's ridiculous. I think this one's when I enter in and then when I got stopped. No, because this one just was a stop. So I took probably a break-even trade that day, if I recall. I don't remember. But I have a video I need to get uploaded too that goes over at least this day and this day. I don't know if I got a recap for this day. But I got to get that fucking uploaded here soon. But yeah, that's really fucking it. I'm going to hit the hay. I will be on tomorrow, and if I get a trade, I'm posting it. So, peace out.